Welcome back. Tonight we're going to have a darker twist on the story involving Hotel Transylvania and the Overlook Hotel. This is a much darker twist on the same line that we already introduced, and just another way of looking at the story. And the lore master has come up with another great story, and we're going to have a couple more of these as he continues to twist what might happen between these two hotels and the characters that are involved in it. So I'm sitting in again tonight for the lore master, and probably will be for 2 or 3 times as we go through this mini series, and then he'll return with some new material after that. So let's begin. In this darker twist, Danny Torrance, now older and burdened with the lingering guilt of his connection to the Overlook Hotel, finds himself pulled back into its sinister orbit. Long after its supposed destruction, the Overlook's malevolent essence lingers, and it has once again begun to manifest, this time under the guise of a supernatural sanctuary for monsters. Unwittingly, Danny has directed his friend Dracula to purchase the land, believing it dormant, only to realize too late what he has unleashed upon the monster world. After sensing something amiss through his shine, Danny discovers that the Overlook has reconstituted itself, feeding on the stress and unhappiness of its new inhabitants. The more chaos and despair the monsters bring, the stronger it becomes, warping the very fabric of the hotel and pulling its victims into its web of madness. Wayne and his family, along with other guests, are now caught in a feeding frenzy of supernatural dread. Danny's guilt gnaws at him, knowing his advice sent these beings to their doom. The hotel isn't just feeding, it's growing. Its reach threatens to expand beyond the mountains, drawing in new prey. The spirits of the Overlook, long dormant, are now twisting their focus, their whispers manipulating Dracula, Wayne, and the other monsters into turning on each other. Haunted by his father's legacy and his own failures, Danny resolves to face the Overlook one final time. Armed with his psychic abilities, he sets out for the cursed site, determined to save the monsters and end the hotel's terror once and for all. Along the way, he seeks help from surviving allies. One of those is Abra Stone, now a powerful psychic in her own right, agrees to assist him, though she warns Danny that the Overlook's grip has evolved. Van Helsing, a monster hunter who reluctantly joins forces with Danny after realizing the danger the Overlook poses to both humans and monsters alike. As Danny arrives, he finds the hotel in a state of surreal splendor, its halls twisting with impossible geometry and filled with the laughter of children, Wayne's pups, now trapped in spectral illusions. The Overlook speaks to Danny, mocking him with visions of his past failures and reminding him of the trauma he endured there. Dracula, under the hotel's influence, becomes a dangerous adversary, his pride blinding him to the danger. The Overlook tempts him with the promise of ultimate power, a kingdom of monsters united under his rule. Meanwhile, Wayne, consumed by despair, begins to turn feral, his wolf instincts overtaking his humanity as the hotel feeds on his stress and guilt. Danny and Abra battle the Overlook spirits, forcing their way into its heart, a corrupted ballroom filled with echoes of every soul it has claimed. They must free Wayne and his family before the hotel consumes them completely. But the Overlook fights back, using their worst fears against them. Danny confronts Jack Torrance, his father, who appears as both a monstrous figure and a broken man, forcing Danny to reconcile his anger and love for the man who once tried to kill him. Abra is haunted by visions of a future where the Overlook's power spreads across the world, devouring everything. Together, they manage to break through to Wayne, who finally regains control of himself after a heartfelt plea from Wanda and the pups. With his family's support, Wayne unleashes his full werewolf strength, tearing apart the illusions and breaking Dracula free of the Overlook's grasp. Danny, Abra, and the monster join forces to confront the hotel's core, a pulsing, malevolent force representing centuries of suffering. Using his shine, Danny sacrifices a part of himself, pouring his flames into the Overlook to destroy it from within. Abra amplifies his power, and the monsters lend their strength, tearing the hotel's spirit apart piece by piece. As the Overlook collapses, Danny ensures that its essence is burned out completely this time, though it cost him dearly. He disappears in the destruction, his fate unknown. Wayne and his family escape with their lives, shaken but grateful. Dracula vows to never again trust anything tied to humans, resolving to protect his friends and guests from such horrors. Abra returns to her life, but the loss of Danny leaves her with a deep sense of sadness. Though the Overlook is gone, its scars remain. Danny's warning echoes in their minds. Never let stress, guilt, or fear consume you. It feeds on those things. Always remember to hold on to what makes you strong, or it'll find you again. So that is another twisted version. Hope you liked it. You're going to even find a more twisted one in the next series, so we hope you'll listen, like, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.